Welcome to Lesson 10 of the Eirene Lessons for New Christians series. This lesson will go over a passage that teaches sin gives birth to death and shows why it is a warning for people who aren't Christians and not for Christians. By the end of this lesson, you will understand that the only way a person will go to hell because of their sins is if they don't seek forgiveness from Jesus. I encourage you to have a Bible handy to help you follow along with this lesson. The passage reads, "When tempted, no one should say, 'God is tempting me.' For God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he tempt anyone. But each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desire and enticed. Then, after desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin. And sin, when it is full grown, gives birth to death. Don't be deceived, my dear brothers and sisters. Every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of the heavenly lights, who does not change like shifting shadows. He chose to give us birth through the word of truth, that we might be a kind of first fruits of all he created." When we look at this passage's warning about sin in verse 15, we need to compare it with verses 13 through 14 and verses 16 through 18. James uses verses 13 through 15 to teach us that we are sinners who deserve to go to hell because we sin. James then uses verses 16 through 18 to compare us with God by saying we are the ones who deserve to go to hell because of the sinful things we do. But God is the one who forgives our sins and saves us from going to hell through the word of truth, which is the Bible's message of salvation. Sin gives birth to death because an unforgiven sinner can't make it to heaven. This warning doesn't mean a Christian who had all of their sins forgiven will go to hell if they sin. When God forgives someone, he forgives all their sins, even the ones they haven't committed yet, and promises to never punish them for those sins, no matter how badly they screw up. This concludes the 10th lesson of this series. Now that you know how sin gives birth to death, you can have greater confidence in the Bible's promise that you are saved entirely because of your relationship with Jesus, and not because of any works you do. The next lesson in this series will continue to help you understand misunderstood Bible passages, so you can have confident faith.